Ladies and gentlemen, it brings me great honor at presenting myself at this highly celebrated international symposium and at a crucial juncture in our post-war history. I'd like to remind you that today is very significant to us as Sri Lankans, as it is the 450th commemoration of the pre-independence Battle of Mullaeriyawa against the Portuguese colonialists. While agreeing with the symposium's overall theme at ensuring national security through reconciliation and sustainable development, I foresee that issues such as perceived discrimination and existing fundamental flaws on terminologies used at redressing the national issues as serious impediments at achieving our prime goal of sustainable peace. My study was based upon the jargon, identifying and clarifying the jargon of this issue on ethnic discrimination which has been labeled to our country. So, and during my presentation, I would concentrate on three key factors as the research itself widens into historical fault lines which would be deemed controversial in a different standpoint. At the very outset, I would like to state clearly that the views expressed subsequently are my personal understanding on the study and does not by any means attribute towards generalized view on the subject matter or common perspective of any individual organization. To begin with, the flawed usage of the word diaspora over the years and haphazardly by some local political representatives, according to my view, is indeed playing into the hands of these secessionist movements. Hence, before critically weighing the validity of this diaspora terminology, I feel it a necessity to provide the audience with an understanding into the category that this terminology is often attributed. According to my understanding, and as a result of the extensive studies and experiences gained on the LTT overseas activities which I have been personally engaged under the direction of Secretary of Defense for over 6 years, I could state that there are 4 distinct overseas LTT proxies with a membership over 10 million. The figures are prone to fluctuate, and this 1 million core group includes both the die-hard terror sympathizers and the normal Tamil asylum seekers, forcibly lured through intimidation and other coercive measures which such groups are most renowned for. The US-based TGTE, the Transnational Government for Tamil Eelam, led by Vishwanathan Rudra Kumaran, and the GTA for the Global Tamil Forum, that is headed by Father Emmanuel, most of you must know him, and the TNC or the Tamil National Council headed by Nediyavan, a later successor to Castro, who was the international relations wing leader, and the criminal element led by Vinayagam. And these are the distinct LTT proxy organizations that the diaspora terminology is constantly being attributed. The notion diaspora was popularly used to describe the dispersed ethnic Jews in the post-World War II era. Elam's session is propagandist. In order to draw parallels with the Jewish issue and the land ownership, and for wider publicity, deliberately accommodated the diaspora term as an instrument at amplifying their so-called grievances in the international domain. This Tamil separatist propagandist was so effective that even today, our nationalistic politicos and most of the local print and electronic media have clinched into the word Tamil diaspora when describing an event or incident, in particular with those overseas Tamil expatriates, or what I would prefer to call as bogus asylum seekers. My argument on the usage of this terminology haphazardly and constantly relating to issues on a mono-ethnic homeland is supposedly an indirect acceptance of the so-called grievances claims by those movements and factions. This in its perceived sense is a serious impediment at ensuring national security, let alone rehabilitation and sustainable development. Secondly, the university entrance district quota system brought about in the early 70s was a fault line drawn that gave way for resent among the Tamil youth and political groups. The issue enabled the separatist propagandists to sow seeds of hatred and misperception of deliberate lingual-based discrimination of Sri Lankan Dravidians. I hesitate at using the term Tamil because actually it's a language and the origin is Dravidian. But in a latter part I will be using it. That is for your easy understanding. The issue enabled the separatist propagandists. In actual terms, this was not so. The underlying motives of such a move in relation to this district quota system for university entrance was never discussed in years to come. And it was deliberate by Elam separatist ideologists and other party, which is of course of negligence-prone politicos. The pretext in which the district quota system was evaluated prior implementation already had its share of technical flaws. But one individual stood firm in the inaction process, and that was none other than Minister Muhammad Badruddin Mohammed, who was a former education minister. In the broader perspective, and in its